All right, so we're here today with Eric, founder of a brand that did really well for a really long time and is now evolved to something else. And we're going to figure out what that something else is. And we're going to ask a bunch of questions, and some of them are going to be serious. One of them might make you cry, but we're going to start with like the most important question of all the questions.
Let's go.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Bro, I'm happy. Isn't that what gay means? I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know what? Today I'm really content and happy with where personally I'm at. Just going through the struggles of life, man, the last 3 years, last 4 years, and dealing with just everything, man. You know, addiction, divorce, business fucking going down, debt, like all that, you know, like all of those things put together is what my life has been in the last 4 years. And every day is like doing the best that I can to figure stuff out, which I'm going through still today, right now, in this moment. But however, I am healthy and I am the healthiest I've ever been in my life. And I'm also good here and I'm good here right now. And I think that's where I need to start to build whatever I'm about to build going forward. Like being good in my heart and being good in my head, you know?
So when I look at like your last 11 years,
Okay. Which
'Cause
is how
I've-
long I've known you.
almost.
Okay.
But when I look at your last like 11 years of trying to make a brand, trying to stand out, trying to provide, trying to become a creator, and then I seen some of the hardships that we'll talk a little bit about it because I think some things need to be talked to about, but not all of it, right? Because it doesn't matter, but it matters. I think I see someone who is very human and is open about being a human, right? You know, I've been one of your biggest supporters. I've also been probably one of the biggest people that have been on your ass about shit. And I even though all the jokes, I know you know that it's coming from a good place, right? So talk to me about the first brand. How did that start? Because you had a Facebook group that still exists that became pretty relevant and or you know it gained notoriety and
For
it
sure.
became something that like became culture, community. Like, how did that even start? And I don't need the name because for sake of conversation, like it's not there anymore, right? Like
No,
it's
it's
not you, it's not the people that started it. And there's also some stuff that you just can't be involved with the brand
Yeah, legal issues.
legally from a
Yeah.
marketing standpoint.
Sure. Can I say the brand?
Yeah, sure, if you want.
Yeah, so basically we created a Facebook group called BannedLA, and it was literally from no thought.
Talk louder because
It was literally from no thought. There was no strategy. It came from the band ones, and at that time, 12 years ago, that was when the ones were popular, the Jordan ones, and everyone was on the Jordan one tip. Oh, I need to wear these fucking Jordan ones, and Royals, bands, Shadows, the all white metallic, whatever it was, right? Jordan ones. And so I had a friend, his name was Bernard, and he basically was like, "Yo, why don't we call the group Band LA?" And because what was popping. So we made a Facebook group, buy, sell, trade. It was called Band LA.
what was the first moment where this brand you thought, oh man, this is real?
So basically, we started the group. It was a buy, sell, trade, and I knew in my heart that I could do things differently on how other Facebook groups were going on. And mind, I had no strategy. I had no idea of what it was going to become. I just said, hey, let's just make a Facebook group, buy, sell, trade. I think I could do it better than everybody else was doing in my own way. Not better, but like in a different way. So we basically made these box logo it said Band LA, they were box logos. We copied Supreme. We got a shit ton of shit from Supreme enthusiasts. They're like, what the fuck are they doing? They're copying the logo. We didn't copy it. All we did it was make it for moderators. And I posted it on the Facebook group, and everyone was like, let me get that. Let me get that. And I was like, what, dude? Like it created like an attraction. And that was just within the community. No one else knew about it. So we did a pre-order. We did a pre-order. We sold 100 pre-orders. And we told them it was going to be ready in 2 weeks. They gave us the money. We made these hoodies. Took 2 weeks to make. We literally was in a sweatshop pressing them by ourselves. We didn't make a shit ton of money, but we made some money doing it. And we're like, wait a second, like this could become something, you know? So we
So-
just started, you know.
So you have this group. How long does the group exist before you open a store?
The group existed probably for like 4 or 5 years before we opened the store.
And the store was around for
For 4 years?
4 years. So we're talking 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
Right. So I remember times where I used to tell you, and I feel like I'm at fault a bit because I pushed you out of your comfort zone. And I used to tell you all the time, I don't know if you remember,
I do remember clearly.
open a store in LA, because if you don't, at some point I will. And if I open a store in LA, it's not going to be easy for you. And I don't want to go to LA. You remember that?
Every single time we met at when we were kind of touring the sneaker cons and stuff, you would tell me that, like, open up a store, bro. Like, when are you going to open up a store? And I think,
One of my biggest regrets, by the way,
yes, honestly,
because you didn't get to do it. I think that you felt so burdened by the community, not just by me, that in hindsight, for as much as you did right, you overlooked a couple things. And by the time you figured out what those things were, it was too overwhelming and you didn't have enough support.
absolutely,
And things were fragmented and broken.
absolutely, man.
If you had to talk to someone that might be in your shoes, as far as like, I have a brand and it's blowing up and it's got support from the community and I feel like I need to open a store, what would you say to that person?
What I would say to that person,
Give me 3 one-sentence answers. 3 things you would say to an entrepreneur that might want to open a store just because they got a little bit of buzz. First one. Rapid fire.
just,
Yeah.
bro,
Not because it needs to
work
be real.
fucking hard,
Work hard. Okay.
be different,
Okay.
and stay consistent as fuck.
And why do those 3 matter?
Because that's how I built mine. You know, I worked hard, I stayed consistent, and another thing, I didn't care about what other people thought of me, and I just kept going. I kept pushing forward. Like, there's days when I didn't sell a single hoodie at a show, but you know what? I kept pushing because I believed in, like, the community that was behind me. You know, and it was all like a circle of life. Then, you know, like I didn't know, but I just kept working hard and I kept pushing forward and I kept meeting a lot of people like yourself. And I had the support from people like you and mine, bro. Like, I owe a lot of what I was doing to the people that were supporting me, like yourself. Like, the people that were pushing me, that were validating me, that validated my brand, were like, you know, remember, like, there was a picture of you posting that camo hoodie that we had? Dude, that shit went off that drop because you posted that for us. You didn't have to do that.
Where's my cut?
I gave you the cut through my love, bro.
That
No.
shit did not pay any of my bills, bro.
Come, bro, beyond the
I'm
bills.
just fucking with you. We had a lot of moments where we were able to kind of break bread with each other. That you remember, you know, one thing that I remember is COVID, is Kentucky and Syracuse dunks.
Oh, shit.
How many times I bought them off you that then you then came back and said, let me pay you a little bit more than what you paid. And then I had to turn around and buy them again during COVID. I remember that. That happened like 3 times. I remember our collab that we did when we both had a brand.
Yes.
And you guys only let the pre-orders run for like an
1 hour.
And I was like, what are you guys doing? Would have done 6 figures. Would have done 6 figures in sales the way that it was trending if you would have allowed it to go a day and you cut it in an hour.
Let me be clear on that, and let me just be really quick.
It doesn't.
I wanted to keep people hungry because I knew that we would do another collab.
We never did.
No, I mean, like,
We never
I
really.
wanted to
We
keep people
never.
hungry. I didn't want everybody to have it
You
because
didn't let me eat, bro.
no, resell a part of reselling is keeping people hungry. Let me give you a prime example. Panda Dunks. You go to sneaker cons, there are people interviewing, what's the worst shoe of the year? Panda
To
Dunks.
me, it's still one of the greatest shoes ever.
Greatest shoe. People are, I don't want to say this word, but people are delusional when they think that the Panda Dunk is the worst shoe. It's the best shoe, one of the best shoes of the year. Best shoes of that year dropping. Everyone wants it. It's the cleanest colorway. Like, what are you talking about? The worst colorway? Like, that's one of the worst shoe. That's the best shoe.
I think the quality got away because they did so many.
The quality,
That's
yes.
But if they would have kept that to like a Pro SB vibe, forget it.
It would
It'd
be
be $1,000 shoe.
$1,000 shoe easy.
So, all right, we talked about 3 things that you would recommend to an entrepreneur if they wanted to go from having a buzz to opening a store. From experience, because you have it now, what are 3 things that cost you to lose a brand or lose a store?
Talking about it is good though, man. I think one thing, the most important thing for me was addiction. And that addiction led to bad business practices. For one, not showing up for my store, my brand, every day. So I had the store, I had managers, didn't show up for a year and a half. I didn't even go to the store. I'd go in 10 minutes.
Can I ask you a question about
Sure.
that, which is like a sub and it's going to drag out the other
Yeah,
two?
yeah.
But do you think that the managers didn't show up because you didn't give them the practices or the procedures or a correct understanding
No, I'm
of what
saying
was
I
needed?
didn't show up for them.
You didn't show up.
They showed up for me, and I have all the love for them. I didn't show up for them. I didn't show up as a boss, as an owner, to basically manage the store. You know what I'm saying? Like I needed to be there. I like how you were there every day. That's why I have like the utmost respect because, you know, like both of us know like this feeling of like we need help, right? Like you need the proper help, the proper support, and that's one thing that I didn't get too, and that's a bad business practice in my opinion. Is
Okay.
not getting the proper help,
Not being there.
not being there,
Okay.
present, bro.
So that's 1. What's 2?
2, just mismanaging finances, bro, and that's a part of not being there for me, man. Just like mismanaging finances.
So you
like-
spoke about mismanaging, and this is one that I always wanted you to talk about and you ran from for whatever reason. Did you make everybody whole that with money that got mismanaged?
we're still working on that right
How
now.
bad did it get?
Bro, we owed like almost 400K, bro, in debt.
What are you down to?
It's like less than 50, bro.
How long has that been?
It's been like 2 years.
Okay. So the reason why I'm asking that question is because I get asked every fucking day about your mismanagement and your disconnect. And I wanted people to understand how bad the hole was and how hard you've worked to get it right. So leave it at that. It's okay. What's number 3 to break it?
Man, it's just,
And I appreciate you being real here.
bro, honestly, man, there's so many things, bro. Like it was just
I know,
like,
but give me one. And look, you don't have to. Again, this is it's not. It's
No,
for as
I
much
get
as this
it.
is for you letting it out.
no, I
this
get
is
it.
more
I'm
for
just
the
trying to
people
I'm
that are
just trying to
watching
be
this.
like as honest as possible too,
and
man.
I love you for that.
Like because like that's just the person I've become now. Like I just don't want to lie about anything, to be honest. And honestly, man, there's just a lot. I feel like it's just all connected with like just mismanaging, not being there, not being present for my brand, you know?
You know what I think, and I know you still haven't given me a third, and I'm gonna give you a second to say that, and hopefully you could come up with the third while I say this and listen to me too. When you get support, and you don't come from the stereotypical right upbringing, where both parents are there, explaining everything, right? I'm not using my parents as an excuse. The stereotype have not. Don't have the correct education, didn't follow through. Maybe you did have the education, but you didn't pay attention. That's another one. When you're spoiled, when you're given, when your flowers are presented to you by the masses outside looking in more so than your family, right? When you start having those disconnects and those frustrations, instead of like sitting still and asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? You just go run outside and try to make more money, or you run away from it, right? And so the problem that could happen in operating and under managing or micromanaging, because it's both ways, right? Under managing because you're not teaching the right lessons, micromanaging because you're not allowing your employees to do what they need to do because you're there freaking out about every dollar you have or don't have, right? Like, it's just tough.
Dude, I did all that.
Right.
I did all that in the beginning, and then
It's crazy how I could speak on it, right?
Yeah, it's crazy because I also think that I was scared of being a boss.
Yeah.
I was scared of making
let me
people
stop you.
unhappy.
It's not about being a boss. You were scared about being an adult.
I get it.
And
I
so,
agree. I can't disagree with that.
Now let's go back to when I look at you, just because I know you for so long, and I know I have an understanding somewhat more than others about you, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know you like the back of my hand, but your addiction wasn't, in my opinion, because you were an addict. Your addiction was because of fear and like running away from real fucking problems
Dude,
and addressing them.
No, absolutely,
right?
bro.
I am so fucking thankful that, like, when you had moments, even though, like, you came to me a couple times, right?
You remember that, right?
And I tried, but I did not understand. And some of your journey you had to go do on your own. And I am proud of the person that's sitting next to me right now, bro. I'm really happy that you have control. This is what control looks like, right? And you're now rebuilding. You're on Whatnot. You're cooking on that platform. You have a great community allowing you to build. And, now what I'm curious is like the current Eric that's standing in front of me, sitting in front of me, what's his plan? Where is he going? What's he building? What does he want to create? What's he doing right? What's he doing wrong?
Damn, that's a tough question. When in the present now, all I'm doing is trying to work on. Here's what I've realized in the past few years, and what I'm doing now is, even through all the bad business practices and falling out of the business and falling out of the community and culture and whatever it is, like, I was always trying to fix everything around me before I started fixing myself.
Can't do that.
And now what I'm doing today is just trying to fix me first. And I'm working on that every day. Like, I'm literally working on myself every day, whether it's physically, whether it's mentally. And that's why I say when I started, like, I want to be good here and I want to be good here. Because when I know I'm good in both areas, up here and down here, I know that I can be successful. I truly believe in myself. I know that I can, but I got to be good here and I got to be good here. I'm content with where I am, but I'm not happy with finances. I'm not happy with, being a good father. I'm not happy with, because I went through a divorce through that times. And like, if I can fix me now today, and keep on doing the same thing and keep on fixing and keep on being better, I know that everything around me is gonna start connecting dots slowly. And I can't do this by tomorrow. I can't be like, I'm gonna fucking fix myself today and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna fix everything in tomorrow. Like, that's not gonna happen. And I know that, and I've accepted that. And I've accepted all the hate, the blasting and all that. Like, I've had to accept so much fucking shit from people, man.
Can I say something?
So much shit.
Okay, so what's gonna happen as you get older, as you start really asking the right questions about those wrong moments, you're going to repackage the way that you tell this, and you need to, right? You need to be at the front of it and understand that it wasn't hate. When I don't understand something, I articulate it. When I don't understand something and I articulate it to somebody that's got time invested into it, I look at it as hate. I don't understand what you're doing. You haven't done it long enough, or it looks weird to me, right? So these things in your case are even a little different, even though that's some of it. The other of it are the signs that you're getting from above through all these other people giving you warning signs and flashes of pivot. Everything that happened was supposed to happen for you, the way that it happened, right? For you to start appreciating the real blessings that you got. Family, support, the like your mental, your health, and the ability to create. When you create, look, we're in a room full of different creators. We're hanging out at Harry Blitzstein's spot. Like, look how long he's been creating.
No,
7+ decades. You got Slick hanging out in the back, 5, 6+ decades. Pete's hanging back here. He's got 20+ years. You got Shay back here, 10+ years. Like, the opportunities, the blessings come when your focus is right. And the fact that you're locked back in, like, I'm gonna ask my friends, I'm gonna ask everybody that's ever had a doubt, even though there's gonna be a few people that'll probably never talk to you again, give you another opportunity again. Let them talk about the old you. The ones that stick through, keep talking about you and are watching this evolution, those are your biggest promoters. Those are your biggest supporters. Those are the ones that you gotta care about, even if it doesn't make you $1, because without them, you don't have what you have.
absolutely.
And I'm proud
I
of
agree.
you know?
Bro.
And I just like, look, man, I've been dying to do this. I didn't need these fucking cameras to tell you any of this shit, but I wanted to turn the cameras on because you haven't been ready. You weren't ready to do any of this. And today you were. And I can't wait till these motherfuckers see this shit to see what the fuck they say then.
Hey, man, like for the record too, man, like I don't think, like even through this whole journey, like the 10 years, man, like without your support as a brother, as a friend, like literally as family, like pushing me, making me uncomfortable, I don't think I could have been here in this state right now, bro. So I truly thank you and appreciate you. And I'm, you know, we always joke around. You're like, yeah, he's like my biggest hater and all that, bro. I am your biggest, one of your biggest fans because I believe in everything that you do. When you invest all this shit, your whole aura into something, when I see it, I'm like, yo, like, and you know, like, there's like you inspire me to like look outside the box, and I'm like, whoa, this guy is doing some crazy fucking shit right now, and I'm like, it makes me think outside the box, and like, you know, and like you were talking about, like you need the support and you need the help and you need the inspiration. Like I feel like you've been that person, that big brother to me, where I always fall back and look on to kind of like, even when I just need a friend, bro, you know, like to someone to talk to. Cause like, I don't think people know like how good of a friend you are to me. And I hope you think that I'm good of a friend to you. It's like the same way. But anyways, like in that sense, man,
When you
like,
feel like picking up the phone.
yeah, like when you just need to call someone, just like fucking.
Guy went like 4 months without answering any of my calls or texts. Just left me on red like I was a side bitch that like did him dirty.
Dude,
But, hey,
and
that's okay.
that part is just me figuring out me,
I know.
bro. And you know, like me isolating myself, and that I don't do anymore. You
Where
know,
can
like,
where can I support you at current day? If I'm here and I'm like, damn, I can relate to that guy in his struggle and I just want to see what he's doing from here on out, where can I find you?
I mean, you can find me on IG PRX, and you can
You
find
think
me
you
on
need to
Whatnot.
change that name? You're really supporting, you're calling yourself a prick on Instagram?
Bro, it's my last name, Park. I just
doesn't-
abbreviated it to PRX because
No,
people
that
used
looks
to call
like
me.
pricks.
Bro, you know how many people are trying to buy that IG off me?
Sell it.
It's been with me. Like,
Let me ask you a question. Is it the name or the person?
it's definitely the person, bro.
So
It's
sell
definitely
it.
the
Sell
person.
it. Start fresh.
You're saying that I should change the name.
You think I should always stay known as Urban Necessities, or should I open?
It's not like you're
should I-
changing 2J's,
so
though.
I should. I might. I'm gonna open Suburban Essentials.
How about this? How about I'll figure that out in the time coming. I'm not gonna be like,
use
yes, I
the
wanna
money
change
that
it.
you get from selling pricks?
No,
to-
I get it. I get you. This guy's just
So
fucking
Instagram
crazy
PRX, Instagram PRX. Where can I buy?
Whatnot is also PRX,
Okay.
and that's basically 2 platforms that I push on. But Whatnot is basically another community that I've built, and I'm very thankful for that because I have loyal support on there, like another community that, and you've been on there and you saw, and this year my
You
goal.
want to do a live stream on there today? I got a couple jackets and merch with me. Go get
you
your
want.
camera. Go get your cameras. Come back.
If you want, I have it all in the car.
We'll
I
do that
carry
later.
that shit with me. But anyways, Whatnot is basically my goal for this year is to not sell, but like push other brands while I push myself too on there, you know? And that's one of the goals that I have this year. And also just working on myself,
How
man,
old are
every
you?
day. 45.
Where are you going to be at
I
50?
just turned 45.
Where are you going to be at 50?
Where am I going
Where
to be
would you
at?
like to be at 50?
Where would I like to be
Where
at
do you
at
see
50?
yourself at 50?
Just happy, bro. Just content, man, with peace, bro. I'm not even really like, I know you might look at things differently, but for me, man, just like all the shit that I just want to have peace and I want to be happy and I want to be able to support my family, my kids.
Do you think you'll be there by 50?
I think I will,
You
man.
think you'll be there by 46?
I don't know if I'll be there by 46, but I
7?
will be there by 50.
All
I
right.
will be there by 50.
Gonna hold you to that. Eric, I'm a hard stop here because I told you 20 minutes or less. We're at how long? Without edited part that we made 27 minutes. So I ran past. You told me you're short on time because time is money and you got to make money. So guys, I appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this one for me.
Peace, man. Thank you, guys.